Warning. The following video you are going to watch is not age appropriate for anybody below 13. I would say personally not even below 16 or 18.
Not even 99.
Not even at 99. You know what? Just don't watch this video. I don't really know how to start off with this, but right here, this is Effie. Alright.
Imagine being in a relationship, being loved unconditionally and kissed, having someone actually care about how you're doing, and worst of all, having someone to cuddle you when you're cold.
Effie decided to take it upon themselves to write a fanfiction, and I have not looked at it yet. All I know is that it's got some content, I suppose. This is my Christmas gift. Merry Christmas. It's a little late and it probably won't get out on time, but you know what? Tis the season. It lasts all season. So without further ado, I also promised Effie a live reaction. So, God forbid I do this. I haven't even read it and I already hate it. I saw one word and I regret it. The day started out as it normally did for YN. Depressing and terrible. Ever since YN's dad got run over by a Tesla, her stepmom has been a tyrant. As if school wasn't bad enough, at school, YN gets bullied because of her half-demon, half-dragon blood, which makes her eyes glow red when angry. Nobody gets YN. YN got dressed for the day with a tired sigh. She put on booty jorts, oh god, and striped knee socks and black combat boots with a big hoodie with her favorite band, EFFERUSMINERVA, on it. YN looked at her eye color orbs in the mirror and sighed, tying her hair into a messy bun. If only Russ could save me from my stepmom, YN sighed longingly, while her orbs stared at the poster of Dragon's Life Russ hanging on her wall. When YN came downstairs, she noticed her stepmom looked suspicious. Why are you being a sussy baka? Shut up and go to school, YN! You are so stupid and dumb and ugly! YN's orbs turned red as she cried, grabbing her My Chemical Romance backpack and running out the door. YN walked to school sad and emotional. As if things couldn't get any worse, it started to rain! I hate my life! YN sobs, then trips and lands in mud. Are you okay, milady? YN looks up in surprise as someone tips their fedora in greeting. YN can't see their face because of the shadows, but she can't help blushing because of how much the stranger reminds her of the buff and strong bounty hunter Russ. The stranger grabs YN's hands, and YN blushes as they help her up. Your clothes are dirty. YN bites YN bites her lips and looks away in embarrassment, tucking her hair behind her ear. Yeah, I fell in mud. The stranger nodded and mysteriously disappeared. Wow, that was hot. YN went to school wet and covered in mud.
What 15-year-old child is this?
That's even worse!
They go to school, don't they?
I'm hoping it's college.
Praying.
YN went to school wet and covered in mud. All the basic girls YN will never fit in with laughed at her. YN growled, her eyes glowing red as she sat at her desk. Ew, look at YN's dirty clothes. Mizu, the popular girl, laughed.
What?
YN cried because she'll never be alpha enough to stand up to Mizu. Mizu is right. Detention for being a gross little piss baby. The teacher... The teacher, Mr. Zephyr, laughed. The band EFFERUSMINERVA is doing a concert, and we'll all be going on a field trip to see it without you, Stinky. YN cried even more than she was crying before. Just then, the speaker said, Can YN come to the front office, please? Mizu chuckled evilly. Looks like you're in trouble, YN. Whatever, YN sighed.
Got kicked out for having 2 magical orbs.
I think that was meant to be their eyeballs. Whatever, YN sighed, picking up her backpack and going to Mrs. Zephyr's office. As she walked down the hall, she listened to one of her favorite EFFERUSMINERVA songs, Angel with a Shotgun.
If love's a fight, then I shall die with my heart on the trigger.
YN sang beautifully. As she sang, she locked eyes with someone's beautiful toothpaste blue orbs. YN couldn't help but her. YN couldn't help. YN couldn't hold back her blush. Did you hear me sing? YN asked the stranger shyly. The stranger was seductively square and looked a little like a goat, almost like Minecraft Russ. Yeah, your voice is like the call of an ender dragon. It sounds like an angle with a shotgun. YN blushed at the compliment and ran away to Mrs. Zephyr's office. Take a seat, YN, Mrs. Zephyr said. YN nervously did as told. I'm sorry for coming to school muddy. I didn't have time to change because a beautiful stranger with a fedora distracted me. Mrs. Zephyr nodded understandingly. It happens to all of us. You are forgiven. But that's not why I called you here. You are being dismissed early. YN's eye color eyes widen. Why? Mrs. Zephyr shrugged. Your mom said it was something important. YN was horrified of what secret her stepmom had in store. When her stepmom came, she had an evil look on her face. YN went upstairs. YN went into her stepmom's skibbity toilet-themed Tesla and noticed all her stuff was packed in the trunk. Are we moving? YN asked nervously. Her stepmom didn't answer and began driving. They drove for a long time, and YN had no idea where they were going. Eventually, they pulled up to a shady, abandoned building when YN stepped out of the car. She couldn't believe her beautiful ocular devices. There waiting in the parking lot was the entire FANFICS band.
The what?
The entire FANFICS band.
The band?
Your name gasped as VTuber Russ, who was literally just a floating went up to her stepmom. So you brought the goods? Your name's stepmom laughed and pushed your name towards them.
A child?
$1 billion is what we agreed on. YN's eyes widened. You're selling me? YN shouted in betrayal, tearful eyes glowing scarlet like blood. Her stepmom laughed meanly as VTuber Russ materialized a $1 billion bill and gave it to her. I sold you on an online auction and they were the highest bidders. I don't want to keep a stinky Omega piss baby daughter. I'm going to adopt Mizu and raise her to be a CEO alpha queen. YN was speechless, watching as her stepmom went back into her skibbity car and drove the distance. Turning around, she locked her orbs with the FANFICS band. There they all were, equally gorgeous and staring back at her. Bounty Hunter Russ, VTuber Russ, Dragon's Life Russ, Spirit of Time Russ, AI Russ, and Bear Russ. YN thought her heart might explode.
So the whole like city of Zootopia was there.
Damn, there's not that many of me. Whoa, why did you buy me? When we saw you were being auctioned, we knew you belonged with us, Bounty Russ said, now without a fedora as she flipped her hair. When I heard you sing, I knew it was fate, Minecraft Russ added, equipping a poppy flower from her inventory and dropping it to pick up. We wanted to save you, YN blushed as she stared at AI Russ's rock-hard 12-pack. Okay, YN easily agreed. Thank you. They all got on Dragon Life Russ's back and flew to the giant mansion FANFICS owned. Eventually, the day of the concert arrived and FANFICS was on stage, singing at their show. YN got front row seats laughing at the shocked face of Mr. Zephyr and her classmates. Mizu looked really angry. Then the next song started, and YN couldn't help noticing that all the rest members were looking at her as they sang. I still hear your voice. YN blushed as she recounted a time when she fell asleep on top of Bear Russ while they were watching a movie at the mansion. What the f***, Eefy? I still feel your touch. And the time Minecraft Russ put her bed next to YN's. And the time Spirit of Time Russ left dead animals outside of Wyatt's room as a tribute to their love. Without you is hard. And the time AI Russ beat the shit out of Wyatt. The the time that AI Russ beat the shit out of YN's stepmom, Mizu suddenly begins. Mizu suddenly ran up on stage and grabbed the mic, singing while pointing at the Russes. YN felt her eyes glow red in anger, realizing Mizu was trying to steal Russ, and Russ from her. YN rushed up to the stage and grabbed another mic.
And every time we kiss, I swear I could fly.
YN sang as loud as possible, challenging Mizu. Mizu sang as beautiful as she could, but her voice could never be as beautiful as YN's.
I want this to last.
YN's voice was angelic. It was obvious she was winning the singing battle. As she sang the final lyric, she turned to all the stunned Russes.
Need you by my side.
The Russes all got emotional as tears formed in their sexy ocular cavities. Mizu fumed, drawing her sword, but before anything could happen to YN, AI Russ beat the shit out of Mizu with a metal baseball bat. Spirit of Time and Bear Russ then took turns mauling Mizu before Dragon's Life Russ set her on fire. VTuber Russ started streaming Mizu getting tortured. Hey guys, today we're committing a hate crime. Minecraft Russ went into creative mode and destroyed Mizu's remains with a flint and steel. Bounty Hunter Russ watched it all happen. Effie was devastated after watching the love of her life get cooked in a singing battle before getting beat with a bat, mauled and cremated, but she understood it was in the name of lesbianism. And that night, the FANFICS gang gained a new band member, YN, and they learned the true meaning of Christmas. What the f***?